Hello and welcome to more Bound by Flame with me, Oni Black Mage. We are continuing on our adventure, and you know, honestly, if it sounded like I was a little tired before, it's because I was. Playing late into the night, I start getting a little bit slower, getting a little bit more monotone, and talking like this, and hey, you know what happens to all of us? Let's see. If I remember, then what we're doing is we are continuing on and finishing up the last bit of defenses, rescuing our teammates, and basically getting ready to storm Blackfrost's front door. Now there are a couple things that need to happen first. First I need to find Ranval, rescue him, then I need to go rescue the remnants of my useless company, the Blades, which unfortunately is behind a locked door. And after that, we need to go through and kill 3 concubines that are basically the guardians to a guard dog concubine that is actually protecting the actual door to Blackfrost's door, which is the one Matthews was actually standing outside of. That's actually the entrance we need to go to, but that door will stay locked and we can't defeat that guardian until we defeat the 3 lesser concubines all around them. And I'm okay with that, actually. Concubines are actually very easy in this game, I notice. As long as they don't mix it up too much by throwing complicated, like, minions everywhere. Because throwing these archers, throwing those annoying dark sword wielders, those guys are so bad. Or the double shield guys. The minions in this game, the Deadwalker minions, are actually a lot more annoying than the main bosses. Like, if it's just the Ice Spirit, I have no problem with that. Yeah, that's why you can't just directly block the explosion. You have to perfect block it. Oh, and I'm not doing a good job with that. Alright, let me go help out Sybil, who looks like she fell. Alright. Yes! Lighting on fire. Lighting on fire is single-handedly one of the most useful things in this game. So I'm so glad I invested in that, because when you light an enemy on fire, if you go further up the tree, it basically says critical hits are basically automatic when you hit an ignited enemy. So that's why you can see the damage just starting to build up once they're on fire. It's because every hit I'm now taking is basically a crit, which is awesome. And I think between my swords plus 15 and the other ones, I think I have like a 40 or 45% chance of lighting things on fire, which is pretty good. I believe some enemies have more resistance, though, to being lit on fire. Concubines not being one of them. It seems every attack I land on them lights them on fire, which I am perfectly okay with. Alright. Oh, nope, looks like I still can't rescue. Okay, so there must be a concubine behind that door.
We cannot confront a creature like that.
So we need to go the other way first. Fortunately, it's right over here, around this corner. And you collect all these crystals. I almost forgot about that. Oh yeah, these guys. Remember when these used to be a challenge? Blam! Look at that. Dead. These dual shields guys are seriously more trouble than they're worth. When it comes to RPGs this year, I would have to say the console to look out for, besides the indie market, you should always be looking out for small little budget titles, because hey, there are lots of guys out there that have an RPG and a story in their heart. I'm one of those guys that feel that everybody has a song and everybody has a novel in their heart somewhere. It's just that most of us just, you know, go to the grave with it still buried. That being said, everybody has an adventure somewhere in them. I always feel that spirit of adventure is best manifested in an RPG. A tale of growth, a tale of discovery, a tale of companions and of drama and of action. That's what I love the most about RPGs. And there are different styles to approaching it. Games like this, I think, are valuable for people to examine because they basically emphasize a European-style approach of RPGs, which, by the way, is noticeably different in both tone, in both emphasis on game design, as well as level design and expectations from the Japanese role-playing game or the American role-playing game. They are very different. By the way, I like how the Japanese label their RPGs that are native to their land. They just call them light RPGs. Like the ones you find on consoles like this one are just called light RPGs, which to me fits better when comparing alongside, say, strategy RPGs or grand strategy RPGs or, you know, real-time strategy games. Light RPG sounds like a bit more of a fitting moniker rather than doing with this, you know, we do in America, which is stupid, which is try to discriminate RPGs based on what country they come from. Like, this is a French RPG. Should I call this an FRPG? No, that sounds stupid. But it is certainly a European RPG that has different designs, themes, sure, but otherwise it's basically the same as anything else. What'll irritate me is that you'll see other people calling this a Western RPG. It's not Western, it's European. If anything, Europe is Central, but nobody calls it that because it sounds silly, which just emphasizes the fact that your naming schemes are silly, so stop using them. So this seems like Randval is over here, so rescuing him wasn't that hard. Alright. But yeah, like I was saying, apart from the indie scene, then the place to look out for RPGs this year so far is definitely the PlayStation, and surprisingly the PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 has a lot of RPGs coming out this year, more so than either the 4 or the 1. And by that I mean PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Xbox One seems to be a little bit deficient in RPGs this year. It actually seems to be a lot deficient. While the PlayStation 4 I think has a couple of them, but only because they're being upgraded from the PlayStation 3. For example, Battle by Flame is on the PS4, but it doesn't really look that much different, I'll be the first to say. So by virtue of the PlayStation 3 getting a lot of games such as, I was looking at this recent one called Natural Doctrine. I saw that on a release list. I'm like, what the heck is Natural Doctrine? And I was checking it out, and it's not a real-time strategy game, but it's a tactical strategy game, sword and sorcery based, coming out, and it's a pretty niche title. It didn't sell all that big, even over in Japan where it was made. But I was looking at it, and it's not a sprite-based, turn-based RPG like, you know, any of the other Nippon Ichi. And it is put out by Nippon Ichi, and they typically put out mainly sprite-based tactical role-playing games, with their most famous of which being Disgaea. This one isn't one. It's actually a full 3D RPG, and I'm looking at it, and I'm not seeing too much gameplay of it, but from what I can see from screens and stuff like that, and previews and trailers, it's kind of reminding me of Valkyria Chronicles, which if that's true, then that's awesome, because I loved Valkyria Chronicles. I loved that style. The game itself, you know, it's its own thing. It was a good game. It was a fantastic game. But what I liked was the game design, the game choices, the mechanics and stuff like that. That was fun. Fighting in that game was fun. So I very much look forward to seeing more game styles like that. Unfortunately for Valkyria Chronicles, both 2 and 3, number 1 never made it to the United States, and number 2 had little or nothing to do with Valkyria Chronicles. They sort of devolved, or rather deviated the series into just more social simulator stuff, and less actual warfront battling, which is a real big shame, because I very much enjoyed that. Very much enjoyed that, so if Natural Doctrine is shaping up to be like Valkyria Chronicles, except more in the sword and sorcery medieval times instead of alternate future wartime, then I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. There's also Fairy Fencer F. I forget who's putting it out, but that one's looking to be another action RPG. And the premise doesn't seem too complicated, nothing too out there, but you know, I'm okay with different stylizations of action RPGs. Action RPGs over the past 10 years have taken a significant leap in terms of different IPs and approaches towards their design. Most people are used, or rather, they still have this weird stereotype that console RPGs are still turn-based, and the ones that are tactical sure are turn-based, and granted they are better off that way, but there is a huge community and a growing, thriving community of action RPGs. So if they want to remain ignorant of that fact, that's fine. I mean, I'm still going to play them. But don't miscast it at all. I do my due diligence to try to inform people if they're just saying something really ignorant when it comes to other genres they may not be proficient in. So yeah, we're going to have to build up towards her. She's the guard dog there. Alright, so it looks like I was completely wrong. Let me see what's over here. There seems to be a sub-marker over here. Oh, I guess I collected enough primary crystals. I guess it keeps wanting me to collect more crystals. Alright, no problem. Let's see. Because Bound by Flame came under the radar as well. And I'm still glad that I bought it and played it. It puts more perspective on what is right and what is wrong in the RPG community. Not just budget versus big budget games, you know? Not just that. This is still a very worthy entry. And if you're a fan of the genre, it's not bad. It's not bad. Now, if you are going to be a little bit more discerning and picking up your RPGs, would I say this is a must-play? No, it's really not a must-play. There's nothing in here that sets it apart from most other RPGs. They weren't too innovative with it. But if you're a fan and you're like me and you just play every RPG that comes out, I don't think you're going to feel that your time was wasted with this one. What is a waste, however, is what I just was trying to cast. When I was leveling up from last episode, what I chose to invest in is the top tier ability in the Pyromancy tree, which is like Flame Spirit, I think I want to say. Here's what it does. It basically conjures a little fireball that's kind of like a little standing turret. It's not even a mobile turret, it doesn't move. It stands right there. It costs 100, which is probably your entire meter. Of course, for me it's like 67 because I have like 33%, like 30% off all magic casting costs. Not to mention I have a little bit higher mana pool. But the fact that you burn your entire meter just for a little orb that fires off around 4 shots, like 4 to 6 shots of your regular fireball, yeah, Fire Spirit, here's what it does. Burn all that, and here's what it does, yeah, fires off that stuff. And only killed that guy off because he's weak, but otherwise it didn't do that much damage, and then it disappears, that's it. That is such a waste. Do not waste on Fire Spirit, that is not worth it. What a disappointment. I was hoping it would conjure like a Fire Spirit of myself, or perhaps a mobile turret that hovered with me and kept continuously firing fireballs for like 10 seconds. Even that would be great. But no, that thing was useless. Why was that considered a better ability? Regular Fire Orb is better than that. You not only get more Fire Orbs, ironically, per shot, but it costs like a quarter of the cost of casting. So it's 75% cheaper and literally 50% more effective. Which would you seriously pick? Come on. That's terrible. That was a waste of an ability. I feel bad for dunking 2 points into there. What a waste. So yeah, I do not suggest Flame Wave and I do not suggest Fire Spirit. Those are wastes of time for Pyromancy. All you need is Flame Sword, Fire Orb, and Guardian Flames. Period. That's it. That's all you need out of that tree. And of course the concentration one, which is all the support magic stuff. You should definitely do that stuff. It lowers the cost, it increases your chance to resist interrupt, things like that. Quickens your casting time, good stuff like that. I don't think there's anything respawn over here. Nope. Nothing new, alright. But yeah, there's that. There's, what else is there coming out soon? Let's see, there is a new Hyperdimension Neptunia, but to be honest, I don't really like where this series has been going. Like, the first one was fine, second one I thought was okay, third one, not bad. And this fourth one looks like it's going in a completely different direction that I want nothing to do with, frankly. I might just give up this series after the third one. Mugen Soul Z comes out this month, actually. And I kind of like that. That is another similar style to, like, say, Eternal Sonata, or... yeah, I have to say Eternal Sonata is probably the closest one, where it's a mix between real-time and turn-based. Basically what it is you move in turns, but on your turn, you move real-time. So basically, I have a turn, and I have, like, basically a number of effort points, or I have, like, basically 10 seconds to run around and do as many actions as I can before my turn is over and it jumps to the next person. And that's kind of cool. I like that. Let's see. Then you have Drakengard 3. And I haven't played Drakengard in Gosh, when was the last one? It's like 2002? It's been at least 10 years since the last Drakengard game. I don't even know if most modern gamers even know what Drakengard is. But you know what? I'm almost tempted. I still have both my original Drakengard 1 and 2. I still have my PlayStation 2 still working, operating, and actually still plugged in. I might just take a weekend and just, when I have a day off of work, and just throw Drakengard 1 and or 2 on there and just remind myself what that was about. I have actually forgotten what that game was all about. PlayStation 2 era, it's very easy to forget what came out, mostly because there were so many games in the PlayStation 2 era. And there's another one. I think there was a Shining installment coming out, or at least there was a new game coming out called Shining something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, Shining Resonance, that's right. Shining Resonance. And I wonder if that's another installment in the Shining series. Given the art style, it could be, but I have to check. If I'm not mistaken, Shining is the RPG series that was put out by Sega, I want to say. And, let's see. It looks like it's being developed by the same guys, ironically, who did Wild Arms and Valkyria Chronicles, since we were just talking about Valkyria Chronicles. And this is like Valkyria Chronicles 3, though. So I'm looking at like an update right now of what was put out. I need to double check that, because I could be wrong with my developer then. It may not be part of the Shining series. It looks like it could be, but it probably isn't. Let's see. If you haven't played it, Wild Arms is basically... It's not the only one, but it's like probably the largest franchise of basically a Western RPG. Granted, it's still sort of a sword and sorcery type RPG, but it's basically the biggest name RPG out there that's a Western, or at least trying to be in a steampunk Western type of setting. And is it fun? Absolutely. The last one that came out, I think, was 5. I want to say it's 5, so I think Alter Code F came out before 5. It's been a while. But again, that's another series that unfortunately never made it past the PlayStation 2. And never saw, in the last 8 years, a reprisal on the PlayStation 3. At least if it did, it never made it to America. Or past the PSP. There were a lot of series that died on the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 was like a living example of feudal Japan. You know, you have all these feudal clans vying for RPG notoriety, and every single franchise and company and developer had a series. You know, Nintendo had a couple series, Sega had series, Namco had series, Konami had series, of course Square Enix had a couple series. Actually, this was before Square Enix actually fused, so for a while it was Square and then Enix, and then during that fusion, those two clans merged into Square Enix. You had a lot of offshoot. Xseed, of course, had it. I think Xseed was Grandia, actually. Grandia was a great series, by the way. Let's see. Every single major developer had an RPG series and had a franchise on the PlayStation 2. It was a huge melting pot of RPGs franchises. The problem, though, is that not every franchise survived out of the PlayStation 2 era. In fact, during that clash of supremacy for role-playing games, I'd swear there was like some sort of feudal battle, and there's just titles that just either didn't make it off the battlefield or just died trying. Back to camp. I think I got everything. I'll pick up that discussion later. Oh no, I got some time, alright. Yeah, there are a lot of franchises that basically did not survive coming off the PlayStation 2. They were killed off during the war, like, what was it, Dragon Quest? Oh, not Dragon Quest, Breath of Fire. Dragon Quest is still going strong, if anything it's going stronger than ever. Breath of Fire never made it, unfortunately, past PlayStation 2. It died a horrible death. Oh wait, who? Edwen?
Edwen. Or should I say...
The White Lady.
It's nice of you to come and see me. You left in such a rush.
Oh, I have to fight her, don't I?
Laugh while you can, you idiot.
Your stupidity has condemned this world.
That's funny, coming from a fallen ice lady.
You know, the way she's walking, you swear she was on heels, but she's not. She's actually just wearing boots.
Blackfrost by surprise. A unique opportunity.
Why is she so pissy? We're fighting Blackfrost right now. She'd rather kill me. The best chance of beating Blackfrost, because we don't have a chance of beating Blackfrost. Look, I already know you're the White Lady.
You have given him time to prepare for you.
I guess she was trying to usurp power or something.
And there can be no question of letting him do as he wishes.
This sucks. Guess I gotta be one of the Ice Lords. Oh, now she wanted the World Heart, which I was gonna take and deliver her to. So I was just a tool. Or maybe that's just how this playthrough evolved, because I basically, yeah, make an example of those who betray you. I guess I forced her hand to betray me because I never went along with anything that she did. I wonder if I did, if she would be a nicer person, and maybe actually it could be Sybil who opposes me. I'm pretty sure though that I might have also been forced to fight Relmar, because leaving the king to die, or leaving the prince to die, he probably would be attacking me saying, "You doomed the elven army, now I have to kill you." Sorry, Edwin. Gotta kill you. Didn't want to. Gotta do it. Are you gonna hug her and make everything right? Nope, you're gonna strangle her to death. Wow, what an anticlimactic way of going. Wow, crushed her with your bare hands. That's... I was almost about to pull a pun and say, "Oh, that's cold," and then flip my shades up. Short but sweet. Well, there you go, Sybil. That's what happens to women who betray me. I'm surprised she didn't have a comment on that, because she didn't like Edwin. She's the one who told me that she was the White Lady. I'm surprised she didn't say anything just then. Hey guys, I killed Edwin. Don't mind her. She disappeared like everything else.
I found your crystals. Good. Very good. But
What is up with everybody giving up hope already? Seriously, I am wasting my time with all of you. I almost feel I should have gone with Edwin, because everybody here is just, well, let's just give up. Leave us to die. There's no hope. Seriously? Come on. I just had to murder a companion just now, just to bring these to you. Seriously, I'm not joking.
But we are in a dead end.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna have to do. With or without you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've been doing this without you so far. And I've been making progress without you so far. I have no doubt that I'm gonna make progress in the future without you again. You have not been pivotal and crucial to this mission.
We can't give up now. Not
Oh, look,
after
she's piping in.
everything we've done. Do you want everyone to have died in vain?
You're right.
Do you want everybody to have died in vain? Edwin did kind of die in vain.
But you should speak to Mathis. He seems to know things we don't about the creatures blocking the road.
I'll be going.
Alright, see you, useless. Oh wait, he still has a quest marker open.
Vulcan,
I have the crystals for the camp.
thank you. I didn't dare believe.
Ah, see, so he wanted crystals for himself. Oh, what's that light? Oh, nice, he set up an own crystal pillar. That's kind of cool. What a nice night light for everybody, keep everybody safe. Alright. Alright, team.
Okay, the news is not great.
Pep talk
According to what
time.
I've been able to find out with Mathis, the palace of Blackfrost is guarded by another one of his concubines, and it looks like she's too powerful for me to take.
Well, there was never much doubt about that, my boy, if you'll pardon my honesty.
I didn't remember that. Pardon my honesty.
As I told you before,
I might just use that in real life.
to eliminate the 3 other concubines, the power of the Guardian will be considerably reduced.
And while our own power is increased.
You be quiet, demon.
That's the plan. If somebody wants to come with me, we'll go together and track down these misunderstood love monsters. I'll be counting on the others to guard the camp. It's bound to get pretty hot around here fast, even more so if I mess this up.
I could come with you. I may not be the most powerful being among us, but I do know how to make myself useful. You can trust me to help.
No worries, Sybil. Out of all of them, you've been the most helpful. In fact, I am going to take you.
Qualified to help me, Sybil.
Especially since you want revenge on one of them personally.
This will give me a chance to repay my debt to you.
Yeah, see?
What's more, I want to get some payback on that.
I see you're fired up. Don't worry. I'll bring you along.
In that case, get ready. We should move
Sure,
on.
come along. I wonder if we can just all go together.
Light has been waiting for this moment a long time. To fight without hope. He might claim victory.
What is up with you wanting to die fighting? Why don't you just fight? We are not without hope, man. Come on. Don't you start talking stupid.
On to the hopeless battle then. But I wouldn't.
I'll go. I'm the best hunter you will find.
You make a good argument. But try to
It's like, yeah, come along, and also you, come along.
Going on a concubine hunt sounds an awful lot of fun. I will assist you. I'll arrange it so that she stays on the side of the ancient bridge near the doors to the city. Meanwhile, you can deal with her
Interesting.
sisters without fear.
Was the stalker going to gang up on
I
me?
would, however, advise you not to waste too much time. I'm not convinced my...
Don't tell me you're gonna come along. That would surprise me.
Here, this object should prove...
I'd be more interested in taking Renko.
I don't know whether it will function perfectly.
Well, thanks, I guess. What does it do?
If it works, the same thing as the...
If you say so.
The corrupting magic route.
Sounds great. Thanks, Liestes.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. Anti-corruption talisman. Gotcha. Oh wait, okay, I guess I can only take one of them with me. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go pick up Sybil then. Alright, you and me, girl, let's go.
Vulcan, don't go without me.
Let's go kill her together.
Great.
Yeah, this will be just as fun as our date in the library. Okay, got Sybil. So I'm going to pause here, and we're going to take it to the bosses next time. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Bound by Flame. Please leave a comment and thumbs up, and subscribe as we finish this adventure. Thanks for watching. Bye.